Welcome to this series of tutorials for Talisman Suite 6. This is version 6.8.215. This software is not limited, it is freeware. It is licensed to any single user on a single PC. Only telephone-based companies, call centers, need to apply for this. This demonstration is being done on Windows 7, and this tutorial is on how to use the tarot. As you can see from the tarot here, this is not my deck. This is just for demonstration purposes. My deck will be finished at the end of next month. It's under construction. Now, the editor is built around copy and paste principles. So we'll just go to a wee demonstration I've set up for you. So when you click on it, you can do a Control A, a Control C, a Control X, and a Control V. It's built for all of it. So, and to task switch to another program, all you do is Alt Tab. So we'll just go and get the information for the Ace of Cups, the upright information, and we'll just tab across to it. And we'll just select all of it, do a Control C, Alt Tab back, click in there, Control A, Control V. Alt Tab back, get the reverse meaning, select all of it, Control C, Alt Tab back, click in there, Control A, Control V. Now the save is moved into this. You don't have to do a save and then move. If you move, it saves the data. Now we'll just go and get the last two records. As a quick demonstration, select it all, Control C, Alt Tab, Control A, Control V, Alt Tab, select it all, Control C, Alt Tab, Control A, Control V, and there you have it. Now, the other feature is that if you accidentally do this, it will not save a blank string. However, it will save what you leave. So be careful. You can also lock the editor, so if you've been here for a while and you if you've been here for a while, I've got a conflict between my mouse, my graphics and my sound card, so it doesn't like the mic on at the same time as the mouse, at the same time as pictures are being produced. So I have to do a couple of things once or twice just to make sure it clears any hiccups in memory or any collisions at the interrupt level. Now, as you can see, you can switch between the major arcana and the minor arcana. Once you've scanned your images in, you've changed your meanings to reflect your deck, because essentially what this is to be able to allow you to do is, like I scanned these in, so you scan them in and you keep the size down to a maximum of 200 by 400, and that will allow the attachments that you're going to make to send to your clients on an email list small enough to go through the free email gateways like AOL and Gmail. As you can see, you can't edit anything else, but there is a particular feature in here. You can press Control S, and then when you move, it will not save, and it will not allow you to edit. So that's just an extra precaution. If you need to go away for the computer for any less time, just Control S, and that is the editor. And once you've got your meanings done, you've scanned your cards in using this, you'll see them all in here in the tutor. Now the whole deck is in here for this purposes, to demonstrate a tutor. Your tutor works in this fashion. You just click on it. You cannot editing, you can't do anything. It's where you come to learn, and you know you're not going to harm the database. So once you've imported your database in and you've scanned your images, and there's a tutorial on how to resize the images using a freeware package. There's also a tutorial on how to import the images, and you'll see the major arcana getting imported for this demonstration. Now, that is essentially the tutor. before we go into the editor, the reader, I want you to see that there's no client loaded. And the same will happen if you go into the biorhythms, the I Ching, or the tarot, and the runes. If you go into the reader with no client loaded, this happens. An automatic zero client is actually put in place. Client zero is for practice readings, for one-off clients, people who are not on your emailing list. I would just keep the rest of them as separate. Now, it's under the assumption it's put there because you might just be coming to do a control N, and that's a practice reading. Now, the practice reading is generated by a standard number generator that actually produces the cards, and the first 10 that meet a high probability filter are the first 10 past the post are the first ones in here. It does not make pretty groupings, it does not pick nice things, it doesn't put them in the right way. It takes the number, the suit, and its orientation of the card as it comes at the random number generator, and it just watches it until it meets a particular criteria. And out of all the cards that come through, the first 10, if you're doing a 10 layout, if you're doing an 8 layout, it will produce the first of those. So it's a high probability random number generator. It's not just your average random number generator. Now, as you can see, you've got a major arcana upright and even shown here. That's what these information bars next to it are showing you. When you click on it, it's a major arcana, it's upright, it's an even, and it's a part of a pair. And it's numbers 8, if I remember right. Yeah, they're 8. And that means it's paired with another 8. Is that it? Yeah. So these two are paired. Now, to see any information about these, you can see that's a minor arcana upright, it's an even number, and it's a pair. That's a major arcana, it's upright, it's even, and it's in a pair. So it's an even, two even numbers in a pair, and they're both upright. So that's a positive pairing. And it's major to minor. They're paired on the number, nothing else. And these are the undercurrents and trends that show. Now I'm just going to go through some of the tools. These are the additional tools for doing a reading. Now, once you've actually got your reading in place, you would look at the even numbers and look at the odd numbers. You can look at the reversed and the upright, and you can see the distribution of these. You're getting an overview of the undercurrents and trends at a numeric and an upright and reversed level of the reading. So you're getting to see it, you're getting a visual impression of it. It's training your eye to look for it, and you will eventually do it with your deck. You can look at the pairs. As you can see, there's only one pair. Swords, staffs, cups, and you can see all the minor at once and all the major. So these are just added tools for you. Now, you don't, once you've actually got your reading in, and we just produced a random one, and you've worked your way through them, you can start at one there. Now, once you've got this stabilised, you've got the uprights, you've got the reversed, you've dragged and dropped them in. These tools will show you what you need to do as you're doing your write-up. You never have to leave this page after that until you're finished. So you can just switch between the card meanings and the card suits. The card meanings, which is the ones that you edited, and the card stats. As you can see, there's only one pair, so we'll go back to the pair. There. The card of strength is in position 5, it's major arcana, it's the last card in numeric pairing by the number 8. It is paired with the first number 8 in position number 4. Right, that was the 2 we picked it. And if you click on that one, we'll go down to 4. There we go. It's the first card in a numeric pairing, so it knows the position of them. It actually does a good analysis of it, and this is statistical analysis for trends, also known as a trends analysis. So this gives you a set of tools to actually look at what you're doing. You can take the card meaning, you can switch back and forward as you're doing your write-up. Your write-up will be done in here. It's the only editable piece on this screen, and you can switch between the write-up and single stone notes, card notes. We'll just go to number 1. And we'll go up to number 3. So there's number one's notes, there's number three's notes. Now I'm just going to do a quick output to show you what you can do, but I'm going to go through some of these first. You can switch the images from the left hand side to the centre. You can take the labels off, and you'll see that in a minute, and you can see this has already been reset. So I'm just going to reset that again. Put everything back on, and it's showing labels, images left. And we're just going to do a Control O. This is the main Talisman header. This is the header position for the tarot reading layout. You can see I've put a couple of returns in that. I'm now going to go back, we'll go back to here, and we'll switch back to the reading notes, and we'll pick a client first. We'll just take Jessica Rabbit. So as you can see, you could just, there's no limit on this, but the reason these notes aren't put back in the database is that a limited 2,000 characters can go in the database. That's the same when you're putting meanings into it. So the only place these notes will survive is if you save this as an output. And we'll just go through that process now. Now I'm going to come back down here and show you some of these. The Talisman header I already showed you. The write-up is the one I was talking about, and I put a couple of headers in it. I've just changed that now. You could output the card positions, the card images. These are pretty standard. You can see the card meanings and the card stats. The card notes and the card stats, card meanings. So you've got the meanings from the database, a single note which we've done for 1 and 3, and the card stats, which is the one that tells you what doublers are and what the orientation is. Now you can switch all those off. You don't actually need any of this. You can do just your whole write-up in one go. You can show the labels and you can put images left. We'll just put that centered and we'll just go back out and have a look at it. Control O again. And there we are. The images are now not on the left hand side, they're in the middle. And there's Hi Jessica, love the new bunny ears, and you can see where your main writing goes. Now you can choose to leave that until the end of it and get rid of it. You can choose, because it will still be back in here. There it is there. You can leave that as a prompt, an on-screen prompt. You don't have to leave any of the stats there at all. You can output just nothing but your own header. You can leave that until you're finished, and the notes, stones for each note, the notes for each stone. So we'll just go and check those now. Control. Actually, I'll just put the images back because you never saw them last time. There we go. All the images are now on the left hand side. These are the headers it's referring to. After card stats comes card notes. It's upright, card stats, card notes. So that's card meanings, card stats, card notes. And if there's no note put out, there's no note shown. Card stats, no notes. Notes. But you can do all this from in here. You can do everything that you're doing in the editor right here. You've got all the information just exactly the same. You can come straight to here and do it that fashion. Now we'll just do a Control C. Oh, actually, I'll go through the... Yeah, we'll do a Control C. Control C. Control C clears it. Put it back to write up. Now, here's all the layouts. They're on F keys. So you can just go F1, F2, F3, F4, F5, and we'll take F6 for a drag and drop. But first of all, I'll go through the rest of this. Now, you're in here and your client phones you up, and it's a new client. They're not in this list box. If it's a new client, you just click on here and go to load a client, and you can add a new client here. And there's a tutorial on how to do that and how to edit. So what we'll just do is we will take Mary Contrary, and we'll just, as though we just put her in. So we've got Mary Contrary. Here's her layout for her, and she said she's ready to have a reading done. So the drag and drop. The drag and drop, you just drag and drop. Now you've got the deck in front of you, you've got the layout done, you've got them on the phone, you've got your cards, and you just use this to input the reading afterwards, or during, if you're quick enough. So while you're actually putting the cards in, you can actually, and you're talking to the person on the phone, nice hand-free set, just like the one I'm using. And it allows you to drag and drop, and you can choose between the suits. So you've got your whole reading right in front of you. And remember this. Right, so what we've got is you can right hand click on a card to upright and reverse it, and as you can see it changes. The card is upright, it is even numbered. The card is reversed, it is even numbered. So just a right hand click changes the orientation. You can see this is changing as well. Upright, reversed, upright, reversed. A minor card and a major card, another major card. So you can see minor, major. So all the information's on the screen. You've got all the information here, and you can step up through here when you're doing your write up. So once you've got this actually orientated the way it should be, that's the reflection of our reading. It's been dragged and dropped in, and it's for Mary Contrary. Now, once you've done your write up, and you've seen how you can do a write up by switching back to that, and you can switch the stats off, and there's the meanings. So you can look at the meaning, look at the position, and you can start your write up there. Yeah, there's no spell checker in it yet, but you get the idea. So once you're content with that, and you've going to go to card notes, and you're going to put we'll start that again. As you see, copy and paste is quite significant as reversing this with no without So then we have that. We've got a note for that, and that was a confusing thing. Wednesday. So you can switch between the card meaning. The Knight of Cups is in position 1, it's minor arcana, and you can get all your information there. You can do your right up in here, and we'll switch back to that. So as you can see, you can do your writing right up to suit your purposes. You've dragged and dropped it. We've seen how the stats work. Oh, my graphics card. I do apologise for this, but it's on its way out. So we've now got that, and we'll go back there for a second to clear that. And we've got our layout ready to go. We've decided we're not going to put out labels, and we're going to put images in the centre. We're going to leave everything else the way it is, and we're just going to leave the right up header. You know how the main header's there? The right up header, that's the bit with Hi Mary on it. The right up header, it can be placed as a header or at the footnote. It could be added to the end of the record, the end of the output, or at the start of it. I prefer it here, but other people said they would rather do it the other way, so do a Control O, all the images are on the left, and oh look, the labels are showing. That'll be my card. No labels. There we go. So with no labels showing, we've got all the information at the end, we've got the cards in the centre. You can see you can experiment with this. There's a full tutorial on how to use this, on how to save and all the rest of it. But I'm just going to show you, we're just going to do a Control W, and that's it saved. So we'll just go and see that. Control W, and we'll just go and load. So we'll load Juniper Berry, and there's an earlier one for Juniper Berry. And we'll just go and load. Now as you can see, the numbers are here, the client number, the calling application that used it. If it was none, it was done through this. If it was tarot, whatever. So Mary Contrary on the 19th of February at 12:09, and we'll just open that. That's the only place you will get these notes. Now these are email attachments. You can put them out, and it saves your write up. So if a client does phone you up to get information about a previous reading, you're probably better going in there and just loading the old reading anyway directly. And you can talk through them on the phone with it. Now you've seen how to use this completely. We have done output, new, cleared. I'm going to show you traditional now. Load and save. So we've loaded some and we've saved. We've not saved any yet. So this is Mary Contrary. We've dragged and dropped this, and I'm going to show you the tarot read number is 1 and our total read is 2. So if we just do a Control S, we should now got 2 tarot readings. But that saves with none of this information here again. Now you can actually clear that completely and just leave your reading like that. Take the headers off it, put the images wherever you like, and take the labels off it. You can output the meanings or the stats, or both of them or none of them, and the card notes. And the card notes you get to by just switching there. So I'm just going to see that again. Control O. We'll switch the labels back on. So we're seeing them. There we go. So Hi Mary, tarot reading, position number, card name. So as you can see, we've got a card note there. The knight shows a good investment or money well spent. And as you can see, card stats, there's nothing after the card stats in 2. And I think it's 8, I think it's the last one. Significator is reversed. in this layer, it tends to be more of a swithering of thinking than any adverse trends, with a negative finish to the pairing with position 3. Like with a negative finish to the pairing. Like it would. A negative finish to the pairing. Because it's a positive finish to the pair, and the other one's upright. And there you go. Card 2. Upright, passion to professional man who is best as king cups. 2 sword, balanced competence, confidence, serenity, good to see. So look forward to it. So that is literally how to use the tarot. You've got all the layouts here. You can load a client. You've got a client list here. You can drag and drop. You can add your own cards from your own reading, and you just switch between the cards. And you do it right up from here, and once this is stabilised and you've got this reflecting the reading you want, you can do practice readings, you can load, and you can save. Hope you've enjoyed this tutorial, and I look forward to hearing from you on the great use you get from it. And the tradition is Spock, live long and prosper. May it bring you good income. Oh yeah, one last thing. You can get this software from imagenesis.co.uk. Go to Talisman. Go to the Talisman page, and from there to the download page, and you can download the software there. Or you can pick this software up from feverfiles.com. And there's a blog, there's a WordPress, there's a Facebook, and there's 2 blogs. All the information you need to give me feedback is on Facebook and the WordPress. And don't take a version any less than this. This is the stable output version. Thank you for being here.